Hi, and welcome to the Angel Advisory for the week of July 5th to 11th. Wow, it's been a really hot week here in Metro Vancouver, and it has been just beautiful. And it's just been really joyful. I've gone to the pool every day and just relaxed and just cooled off and felt refreshed, and sat in front of the fan an awful lot as well this week. Plus, gave thanks that my vehicle has air conditioning and could have relief that way. I do feel for those who, are really intolerant to the heat and that it makes them feel not so good in that. And so hopefully, there's no signs of this heat wave ending really soon, but hopefully, somehow they can find relief as well. This morning, when I was sitting and asking for some guidance for the week ahead for us, it came to me that this is going to be, or could potentially be, a tumultuous week, in that there are many things that could be happening. And to start off this week, it feels really clear that last week's full moon has illuminated areas within our lives, and that some of our shadows, some of our light, and is bringing it to the front. And this right now could be happening with some of us. And I think that this is what this week is really all about. It's going to be illuminating, and it's going to be bringing up these feelings that we are either going to want to talk about, want to analyze, and just want to really dig into them. And the guidance that the angels have given me is that we are to remember that these feelings were things that, to have a feeling, we have to have had an experience of some kind. So typically, if it's being illuminated and it's being brought up from the past, they are feelings that we've had for a long time. It's events that have happened in the past, and it's coming up to the front now. And it's asking us to just sort of take a look at this and really be able to let it go. And we are being guided to really clearly watch that we do not become over dramatized about this feeling and become the victim yet again. And 9 times out of 10, a feeling comes over us, and it is because of other people. The experience has been brought on by someone else, by their actions, their words, whatever. It could be our actions and our words to that person, and this is what creates usually a feeling. And we don't analyze and we don't look at our feelings of joy and happiness, and that we analyze the ones that bring us the most angst and pain and suffering. If we keep focused on the pain and suffering, that's where we live. And we do not want to live in that world. We all want to live a life that is filled with joy and love and all of the possibilities that that can bring us. So just be careful this week with the feelings that are coming up. Definitely take a look at them, analyze them, talk it over with a really good friend that you can trust, or a family member, and that, but don't dwell in them. Don't allow them to overtake you and bring you back to that state. There's also like a lot of opportunity then this week to seek joy in that. So this is why it's kind of, we are having the duality week. It's going to be a duality week. There will be many moments of joy and uplifting experiences coming our way and things that make us happy. Summer does that. But there's also going to be these moments when a thought will float through, and it's just really being the illumination from the full moon, and that to us. And it's asking us, hey, look at this little thing. This is time to release this. That's what this is about. But by all means, give it a great send off. Have a little analyzing, have a little chat with somebody about it, but give it a great send off and be done with it totally. So this week I'm going to draw cards, and then to pick a deck this week, I have a lot of decks, and it was like, okay, too many were calling me. So I actually pulled out my pendulum and had it decide for me, which is really the universe and spirit talking through my pendulum and telling me which deck. So we are going with the Gateway Oracle deck by Denise Linn today. And let's see what messages we have for the coming week and see what kind of help we can get in our illuminations and analyzing. And we have dropped it on the floor. This typically happens. Oh, Revealing Radiance. Oh, this is such a really good card. And as it's coming to me, as I'm looking at this, what's coming is this illumination is really actually it sort of is the polishing of the pearl, if you will, if you like, and it's just like, okay, like let's get this, like let's get your true radiance to shine through. And the only way that you can do that is by letting go of the grunge and the icks that have sort of been had a hold on you for a long time. Hence why this all of these shadows and our feelings and that are being illuminated this week for us to just process and work through. We are revealing our radiance. I really like this card for all of us this week, and the little thing is my light illuminates the world. And this is so true because if anything, and that like all of our feelings, like I said, you've already had an experience that has created these feelings, you've already lived it. It's like you are past it, and it's like now it's like allow your light to shine, allow your light to polish it, be who you are, and just let people see that, hey, you know what, that didn't keep me down, I'm still here, I'm going forward, life did not stop. Let's see what else we have here for another card. Oh, there's one right there, coming into power. See, and this is exactly when we let go of our feelings and all of these little shadow things, and that we fully step into our power, because until we can actually let them go, they have the power over us and they hold us in that place of just like they've got a stronghold on us. So to really truly reveal our radiance and come into our power, we do need to let these things go. And like I said, this week is really the duality week where there can be lots of joy. And I think that if we are letting it go and we are having this little moments where we've analyzed it to death, if you wish, that's a good way of putting it. Analyzing our emotions to death that have a hold and a grip on us. When we do finally let them go, there is that beautiful release, a weight off of our shoulders, and there is joy in that moment. So this is, I step into my power boldly and confidently. Great words, boldly and confidently. So let's all step into this week boldly and confidently, knowing that nothing is going to hold us back, and we are truly in control. We are not the victims, we are the survivors and the victors. Let's see if we have another card. Whoop, and that's like a whole chunk. We don't want all of them to come out. So there we go. Listening with your heart. Very appropriate, very true. Our hearts do not lie. Our hearts tell us, and that it is like the seat of our soul, our heart, and it tells us. It's our mind that creates these hamster wheels where things, excuse me, can keep going around and around and around, and we just keep going and going and get entrenched in them. And if we listen to our heart, 9 times out of 10, what we do get is, this too shall pass. It doesn't really matter. In the grand scheme of life, it's a hiccup, but in the moment, and life is still going to carry on. So I trust the messages I receive from my heart. So really trust your heart this week and let things go. So if something is really bothering you in your mind, if something comes, and that, put it into your heart, and that you will have a different perspective and it will change things. So I wish all of you a marvelous week. Don't get too caught up in the shadows. Remember that you carry the light within you, and you can illuminate any areas of darkness in your life just by being you. And know that you are a treasure and you are strong enough and you can do this. And that really this is so empowering to let go of these shadows and things that have held us down for a long time. So I wish all of you namaste. Have a blessed week, everyone, and walk with your angels every day, because they are there as your soul guides to help you have a better life. Till next week, guys, have a great one.